Tracy and I always talk about this on the podcast, especially now that our kids are a little bit older. But when we were starting the show and our babies were 1 year old, and 10 weeks old, we didn't know how to ask for help either. I think one of the reasons that a lot of people identify with us is because we're just so honest.
Yeah.
Like we're not parenting experts. We didn't know what we were doing. We didn't have resources. And so part of our mission is to give people the permission to have a bad time. It's not easy. It's okay that it's hard. And I
Yeah.
think if someone had just said that to us, all those years ago, then it would have validated our struggle, and we would have,
we wouldn't have been in therapy once our girls turned 10.
yeah. And so that's part of our goal, is to really, like, especially as we have this larger platform, to just let people know that it's okay to ask for help, that it's okay to not feel like a great mom all the time. It's okay not to be super mom, this whole like toxic super mom culture.
Be an elephant, man.
Be an elephant.
Stand by your band of mothers.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it, you talk about this, it is an isolating time. You're not sleeping, you're not really eating, you're just kind of nesting. And so a good way to get the elephant experience is to pop on the old earbuds and like just listen to people that have been through it. It's a way to do that, to have that experience of like camaraderie through isolation.
Well, it's funny. Some of the feedback we get is that actually a lot of moms don't listen to podcasts because I think we tell ourselves, oh, well, we can't squeeze that in, or we don't have the time. So I think you have a really good point. Like, we definitely want to be there for you at 3 a.m, when you're breastfeeding or you're just up. And
you don't always just want to listen to people like bitching about being a mom, which look, sometimes you do. And there's a lot of great parenting podcasts that got me through my early years, but I think that essentially sometimes you don't just want to talk about parenting, and so we kind of give people this other option. In some episodes we do talk about parenting and we bitch about being moms, but I think there's some really fun information that we like moms to take with them.
What did you take? That's you giving Lathan some information. What did you take from her in your time together?
Latham really had this beautiful, eloquent way of explaining why we need to ask for help. And I felt like she really equalized, not in the, oh, you need a nanny or you need a babysitter 3 nights a week, like a very gentle, it's like nurturing way of just saying, you can't get through this alone, and you've got to trust yourself enough to reach out to your girlfriends or to your family member, whoever your support system is, and really use it. And I thought that was a really, I don't know, she said it in a way that just really resonated with me.
Yeah, where did that idea come from that people need to do this alone? Like, where, like that the super mom needs
historically, that's why there's, women would raise each other's babies in the caves, suddenly there was just this cultural shift that like it was, the breastfeeding was not, good in society, that you weren't rich, that you were poor if you were breastfeeding because you couldn't afford formula. Like, our society has been so corrupted in, the technological age that like I think there's a really great return in the last 10 years to just kind of like natural attachment parenting, things that really like open people up to being more.
I didn't even think that's really an awesome point, that the fact that like as our society, as things get easier, it gets easier to navigate the world and do things with a button. Our sort of distance from the birthing process seems to be getting further and further away. The whole sort of whitewashing of it is getting worse because technology and everything else.
Like, you can just do it with an app. I also think women, I think there was a change in the 80s specifically. Women were finally going to work and kind of that whole working girl mentality. And I think women have been trying to find an identity outside of being mothers and being kind of the homemakers. And I think we shifted and we just like turned our back on our lineage, which is, we are the ones that raised the children, and we wanted more. We wanted to go to work. We wanted to get paid the same amount of money. We wanted an identity. We wanted to be viewed as women and not as just breeders. And so there was this pendulum swing, and I think we're kind of coming back. And so, of course, I feel like women just go all out with anything. So we're like, we're going to freaking be working women, and we're going to raise children, and we're going to do it all ourselves, and we don't need men. And, and I think that happened. And so now I think we're coming back.